Hello creatives, welcome to the daily pick a card and birthday reading for September 16th. If you were born today after sunrise, you are an 8 of clubs. Before sunrise is actually yesterday's card, which was a 9 of clubs. Okay, so the way this works, I read each card individually, then all together for the collective. We talk about the energy of an 8 of clubs day in Virgo season, third decan, subruled by Venus, and all of the low and high vibes of what that might look like given the cards for today. Then we are going to wish the 8 of clubs a very happy birthday. This is your solar year cards. They are here to help you, help yourself manifest to the height of your abilities by raising your vibration and therefore feeling good about yourself at the end of the day and having that to draw from when it's ready, for you are ready to manifest. All right, let's turn over card number 1. We've got the 8 of diamonds. So this is all about your Rahu. So you want to go and see what you have in that Rahu spot. For the 8 of clubs, it's the Queen of Diamonds. So there's 2 things to be looked at here. One is of that card itself. So let's start there. It's the 8 of diamonds in the upright position. So this is you really having a lovely day, validating who you are at your core. This is all about your skills, your talents, your financial making abilities, how you do you. Very stable, very highly intuitive. It is the Hanged Man energy in the major arcana, so you've got those connotations going with this one as well. So it's that being able to see things from a different point of view, staying positive and having that energy to really, it's kind of like a surrender, if you will, the energy around this card, because you've got to really be so grounded and so in tune with who you are at your core that you don't need validation from an outside source. You don't need that reflected back to you from someone else. So, and that Queen of Diamonds, which the card of the day has in its Rahu, so it's related here. That Queen of Diamonds is pretty much the same thing to a 100th degree. She is this beautiful feminine energy that is Neptunian and creative and just encompasses the 4s, 5s, and 6s. So you're talking about that 4 energy, Mercury energy. We're in Virgo, Mercury ruled. So we're doubling down on that Mercury energy and having that come through with the High Priestess supporting it from the major arcana. So very intuitively, divinely guided here with that kind of wisdom. There's a certain serenity that comes with that High Priestess card. And then you're talking, the Queen also encompasses the Jupiter 5 energy and that justice energy. So having things come around and having it be really perfectly done, making those good choices, having that integrity, having that accountability for your actions. And the 6s as well. The 6 of diamonds is that psychically connected card, which the chart of the day has in its sun position. So not only do you have the Queen of Diamonds on the Rahu, you've got the 6 of diamonds in the sun position. Really quite a highly intuitive card, the 8 of clubs. So that's the energy of today. You are really sitting pretty today. Let's see what we get for card number 2. got the 10 of diamonds. Now this one's in reverse. The 10 of diamonds is also in the 8 of clubs chart. Guess where? Mercury position. So this got a little more real for us all too. It's in reverse, so we're getting some heads up about a lower vibration that we might be bumping up into today, or being invited into behaving in that lower vibration of a 10 of diamonds. So let's look at that first, because the 10s are the ecliptic path. So you do want to check and see what you have on your ecliptic. The card of the day, the energy today, is a 3 of clubs. So it's putting in a bigger think about what it is that needs to happen. It needs to happen around this lower vibration of the 10 of diamonds, which is being that opinionated, being in the diamond suit, maybe a spendthrift, ungroundedness, being losing focus of your path, what grounds you, and being lazy about doing the work that you need to do, looking for that validation from an outside source and allowing to be taken care of instead of taking care of someone else. And in this Virgo third decan, this could easily be that silver-tongued chameleon, right? Who is seemingly a wallflower struggling, but in reality, it's what's being used to manipulate, asking you to jump in as the savior that the 10 of diamonds would want to appear to be. So this one's tricky, very tricky, because it's also the big wish card and it's in reverse. So perhaps you're pie in the sky today, looking at things, wanting them, but not willing to put in the work to get them, because that's another thing around the 10s. You put in the effort, you reap the reward. So either you're bumping up into that kind of energy today, someone manipulative and looking to get something for very little from you by eliciting your really empathetic behavior towards, whatever this energy is. It looks pretty tricky to me. All right, let's move on to card number 3. The 5 of Hearts. So it's some sorting through that's going to need to happen here. The 5 of Hearts is also in the chart of the day. It is in the K2 position. So it's really figuring out at the end of the day what kind of emotional something can be edited into revealing the true essence of who you are. It's letting go of that DNA, that hereditary baggage that you are just ultimately born with, because it's so ingrained in who you are at your genetic core. But something comes through for you. Some kind of emotional heads up comes through, and you're like, oh, okay, that looks like it's got potential. It's not 100% truth, but I can see where it's got enough of the truth in it that if I just thought about it in some little which way differently, I could really make that work for me in a really positive way. It's beautiful energy. I love the 5s for that. It's Jupiter energy, so go and see what you have for a card in your Jupiter position for your chart. In the chart of the day, it's the 8 of Spades. So we're going to have some deeper contemplation happening around this 5 of Hearts, which is beautiful to do because it's exactly where you need to go. You might want to listen to some music, some relaxing meditation, maybe jotting down, keep a notebook handy, and maybe channel some writing. Just some words here and there really is all you need. It will get you there from here. It's going to take a little work. It's going to take some deciphering, emotionally touching base with whatever it is. But it's all good. With this 5 of Hearts is very creative, very loving, very wanting that transition. And it is really done through facing some challenge of taking a closer look at exactly how you can do that polish. All right. Wow. Okay. So this card's really going to be the tricky one today, I think. Everything else is pretty darn clear, but I think now that we've got the heads up about that lower vibration of what might come to us today in any which form, this could come through as an impulse within, some desire that comes up for us of wanting more and not feeling like we can get it ourselves, that we're going to have to manipulate someone or something in order to make it easier for us to acquire what it is we have stars in our eyes about, right? But we're not going to, are we? Because we want that higher vibration. What we're going to do is question it and see, why do we think we need the shiny object that we're desiring? What impulse did we experience? What triggered us to have that impulse to spend beyond our means or lust after something that is not really meant for us anyway? It is under the 8 of Clubs energy, which could also be bumping up into us along with this today. We should take a look at that because it is that Rahu energy, as I mentioned before. And in the card of the day, it's the Queen of Diamonds, which can really put that hard edge on things too. This feminine energy is also very creative in its maneuvering. It is a feminine, misty, Neptunian fog that is just so beautifully enticing. It's almost like a siren's song comes through that way. And before you know it, you're saying yes to something that you would never have said yes to. And they're getting their way, and you're putting in a lot of effort without much reward. It's that kind of manipulation that we're looking at, being promised something that is not going to be deliverable. We've all been there. We've all, been, sure, you do this and I'll do that. And it never comes to fruition. So be very careful around that energy today. You may lust after something and really undermine yourself in wanting to reach for it, when it would be just as easy to recognize that and say to ourselves, okay, what's the real deal here? Because that is the energy of the 8 of Diamonds. What is real at your core? What validates you? Like really grounding, beautiful energy here coming through from Source, because they're really, really highly intuitive. It's going to come. And recognizing just by allowing yourself a little space to really question what desire and impulse came up, because that's that mirrored part of you being brought forth in that timely manner. It's ready to be healed. That's why it's here. That part of us that is tempted, and we go ahead and say yes when we should be saying, I'm going to take a minute to think about it. I'll get back to you. Give me a little bit of time to sort that through, and I'll know exactly how much I can commit to or be accountable for. I don't want to overpromise, that kind of thing. Give yourself some time. It is always, always the answer when faced with something that's either too good to be true, or you know what I mean. All right, I'm going to leave it right there, because all you got to do is hanged man energy. Take some time to look at it from a slightly different point of view. Find it within. Do that meditation. Do that sorting it through. Find the emotional feel right gem that you can polish and really get behind. Do a good job with. And come out at the end of the day feeling better for it. That's the game every day. Come out feeling better for it by taking care of you, doing what you need to do to take care of everyone else and yourself. That's what these cards are saying for us today. It's a beautiful, upright 8 of Clubs day. Talk about the big think. This is the Chariot card in the major arcana. So it is us doing it like a champ, riding the rodeo. It is also, again, that Rahu North Node. So see what you've got there and what's enticing you to experiment and explore the low and high vibes of, understanding how you are invited and enticed into either behavior. It's overcoming the obstacles and being in control. It is having all the energy in the world that you would need to do so, and feeling completely justified in it, because you've got your mind and heart and spirit are all connected, and you are being divinely guided with the Chariot here. You've got lots of 8 of Clubs energy day, 8 of Diamonds here if you've chosen this card, but a piece of it is here for all of us. So we're all going to get that heads up. We're all going to be doing that self-validating, that taking a moment to really ground into what we truly, truly can promise and come through with, that feels good to us and will be enough. All right, I'm going to leave it right there. Happy birthday, 8 of Clubs. This is a fabulous day and Saturday. I know we're at the end of the week, so maybe we've all got something a little ready to let go of as well. And we're going to talk about that because you have that 7 of Clubs on your Pluto. That's the thing that's the catch-22. It's always blindsiding. It's always the card that's got to be figured out because it just keeps coming through like that bolt of lightning. And sometimes you're ready for it and sometimes you're not. Yeah, okay. So let's see what you get as an invitation as to how you can raise your vibration and have that to draw from whenever it comes time for you to want to manifest something. All right, let's see what you get. Push. Don't feel inadequate. Forget how to quit. Push on, no matter how things look. Wow, all right. It's telling you to really trust that beautiful Chariot card that you are, to just go for it. And if there's any any indication whatsoever that you're not feeling quite up for it, pull the string on that, because that is going to definitely give you the energy to push forward on, push over those obstacles. It really is taking that Chariot card by the reins and getting a job done. Now, as an Eight of Clubs, that self-validating need is also there as the rest of the eights. It's that Rahu. Where do you look for it? Are you looking for that validation from an outside source? Are you finding it by possibly sharing, oversharing your knowledge to the point where it's more than necessary? Sometimes fewer words are better. Being this Virgo in this third decan, you've got that ability to have that really lovely Mercury way of communicating. It's easier for you to delve into that truthful honesty, especially as an Eight of Clubs. And for you to really have ensconced yourself in luxury that is luxury to you, right? We don't know what that looks like, but it's what feels right for you. Having what you feel are the best things for you, how to take care of that value. Not in a materialistic way, understand, but this is you just understanding real value and taking care of it. That's a very interesting piece there for you. And that catch-22, or that shadow side that here to work on. We're all here to work on something, but reaching that truthful honesty in the best way possible. That communications in the best way possible. That is your 10 of diamonds. So it's you understanding the effort for the rewards, number one, putting in that time to really sort through that 3 of clubs on your ecliptic, which you don't always get the benefit of having time like that because of the 7 of clubs sitting on your Pluto. It comes through with lightning bolts where you've just got to scramble, get out of the way. But you've also got that lovely 6 of diamonds on your sun, and it is so grounding for you. Such a beautifully grounding energy. And that goes right back, because it's a 6, to your Venus. That Ace of Hearts is right there. You figuring out that kind of comfort, that kind of joy, that connectivity of something that is peaceful and secure. It is that aura of a heart-led life. It's a beautiful chart. All right. And don't forget that you have that 5 of hearts on your K2. So it's all about review of what you think is real emotionally and what you really need to figure out, just how much of that you need to bring with you, carry with you, and what can be let go. That 7 of clubs. Really tightly connected for you, any 8 of clubs. But for you today, this is your message. So, and again, we're going to look back to that Mars energy as well with your 10 of hearts. You've got both 10s in your red 10s in your chart. That is Wheel of Fortune related. So you are constantly living that up and down seesaw kind of life where you've got lots to do one minute and nothing to do the next. You're either riding high or riding low. So the Chariot card, that is your major arcana for the Eight of Clubs, the black eights, is going to come in super handy for that. When you can get that under control and realize that Seven of Clubs is actually a very beneficial card for you, and how to use it properly by understanding it, by giving yourself the time that you don't always have. But that is exactly what you've got to carve out for yourself. All right, let's see what the Spirit and Nature cards of truth have. The Four of Spades, carving out that time for yourself. And you have this on your moon position. So see what other planets, what other cusp you have in these places, and understand that that's exactly what Source is asking you to do. It's time now for this birthday year. What you need is to carve that time out for yourself. It's necessary in order to contemplate through whatever form of meditation that brings you that joy emotionally, that allows for that to come through, as to what needs to really be paid attention to, what you can let go of, what you see as a fixer-upper, and do the best you can by it. That is how you are going to gain that energy to push through in a knowing, that mind, body, spirit connection that that Chariot card gives you, and push through on it. Wow. Talk about self-validating. That's incredible. All right, good, because this is remedies and cures. This is you taking care of you, taking that time to figure out exactly what that is, that through meditation for that manifesting, you'll get that right elixir of ingredients to do exactly that. It might not always feel like you've got the time to take, but you are being told that this is the secret to heightening your manifesting vibration. All right, let's see what you get for the Wishcraft card. Bake magic cookies. I can give good things to myself and others. Cookies of goodness. Makes me want real cookies. All right. Well, happy birthday. Maybe you get your cookies today for your birthday. I love it. And yes, do take care. Take care to give yourself that time. It is also just a really validating Mercury card for you as well, because of it being that Hierophant card in the major arcana and Mercury led. It is really a beautiful card, especially for an Eight of Club. It is beautiful that you get this here. The Hierophant coming through with that message to take care of yourself. Very lovely. All right. Well, happy birthday. Best to you. Carpe diem, everyone. Remember, we are all on this creative journey, and we're going to do it with kindness and curiosity. Have a great day.